It's so hard to let go of the past. Forever on my mind.
Yes, Top Gear's on the telly, and welcome to Master Rush Wars Extra. An extra little video which includes 6 New Blood robots. All 6 of these will be entering the New Blood Championship of this series on Legends, starting off this Saturday. So this first match, well this only match actually, is a New Blood Brawl. Now, I'm not going to be putting as much emphasis into my commentary. I'm probably not having any music in this episode due to the fact that it is 12:30. So, anyway, let's introduce these 6 robots. So currently you're thinking, if I start here, you're going to hear me say, okay, and that's Thingy, lifting up Thingy, and there's Thingy with the spikes. Well, let me introduce you to these robots. Our first one is a robot that everyone on Facebook who messages me about Master Rush Wars and stuff like that, which is 2 people, 3 technically if you count XF8, but we normally just talk on Skype or something. Anyway, this is Ensign. This is the robot that everyone's been talking about. Why? Because it has a flipper which goes all the way from the front of the robot to the back. It can lift up both ways. It's got a combined flipper of something like Dark Effigy and Diamond Storm. Anyway, our second robot is AK-1. AK-1 has spikes, you see there. Very similar to Nebulous from Robo-War. Similar design style of Nebula, sorry. And it's got spikes, and those spikes penetrate, and the flipper just flings them around everywhere. However, the flipper is unreliable, and that's a problem. This is Insignia. Insignia has a lifter, a sub-runner, I'm sorry, which can act as a lifter, depending on how far that low ground clearance can help, and that is a very low ground clearance of Insignia. This is Griffin. Now, Griffin is an invertible robot with low ground clearance. It's basically a pushing machine, and I wonder if it'll do well in this match. This is Chaos Theory, one of the lowest ground clearance robots in Robot Wars. However, it's prone to being flipped at the back, and the sides are protected with sellotape. Good luck with that one. And lastly, one of the prettiest robots in Master Rush Wars, I feel, L-Wing, with a nice flipper like that. Very nice flipper of L-Wing. Problem is, very high ground clearance at the back, but it's very similar to Raging Reality in a lot of ways. Roboteers, standby. 3, 2, 1, activate. Here we go with Chaos Theory, and then there's Ensign. Ensign straight away going for L-Wing. Now we know that the first match will be Insignia versus L-Wing. Next week on Legends, April 24th. And, well, L-Wing definitely trying to stuff right here, but Insignia stuff right on blocking it. And that's not good. Chaos Theory now comes in. Oh, it's getting owned actually by Insignia. And look at that, look at this from Griffin. Griffin in there with AK-1. Lifts up Griffin and just flings him. And the arena flipper comes into play. There's L-Wing. In there again, AK-1 lifted up. AK-1 lifted up. L-Wing finally gets himself right. Bill's already been owned even by these New Blood. Griffin trying to stay, and he's doing that so. AK-1 lifts up Ensign. Pit button activate. Oh my god, it's Insignia nearly eliminated AK-1 hovering on the brink of the pit. He's just staying in. Insignia shoved AK-1 into the arena sidewall. It was remember AK-1's lift on Ensign, which really done it now. Ensign comes in on L-Wing. L-Wing definitely trying stuff right here. L-Wing does stuff right. What's happened to Chaos Theory, for that matter? And Griffin is stuck on the sidewalk in there with Genocide. Griffin Bennett. And Bill Pitt. Right, we are down to 4. Was I about to say we were down to 5? No, we're down to 4. Elwin's gone. Oh, Cal Theory goes as well. And Insignia's gone. And AK1 is gone. And Ensign has done it. Here tonight on an extra episode of Master Raw. What a match and what a win for Ensign. Ensign has just proved to everyone why he is favoured and why he's going to do well. What a good amount. Once one went, they all went flying, and Ensign was the reason. I've enjoyed this little episode of Master Raw. I might do more depending on if I keep suffering insomnia. And I'll be seeing you next time. Goodbye.